This is Support is Sexy, episode 548. Create your own life. Welcome to Support is Sexy. I'm your host, Elaine Fluker, entrepreneur, author, and founder of Chic Rebellion Media. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, I bring you inspiring women entrepreneurs who share their wins and lessons to help you take your business to the next level. Here we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Support is Sexy. I hope all is well with you. I'm so happy to have you here. You know, it just would not be the same without you. And if you listen to the episode right before this one, you'll know that I was hiking in Rila Lakes in Sofia, Bulgaria at the time, all breathy, trying to keep my breath or catch my breath, I guess is the word. I don't even know what the word is, right? Struggling, but had an amazing time hiking up the mountains, seeing the 7 lakes. It was just beautiful and amazing. On this episode, which is just a few days later, I am coming to you from Athens, Greece. So this traveling thing, as you can tell, I'm really getting into it, right? So I'm here in Athens, Greece for just 3 days, myself and a friend, Aquia, who's also traveling with Remote Year, who actually works with Remote Year. But we decided to come to Athens for a few days because it's just about an hour or so flight from Sofia. And it didn't take too much to get here as far as how much it costs to get here, find an Airbnb, all that great stuff. Again, I'm getting into this traveling thing. But the other night when we were here, well, it was late at night. It was about 1 a.m. I slept during the day, then was up most of the night. But I went out on the terrace because our apartment has a terrace, was writing in my journal, and I just wanted to capture in that moment how amazing I felt about the fact that I could be in Sofia, Bulgaria for a month and now be in Greece for 3 or 4 days and then traveling back to Bulgaria and then later traveling to Cape Town. And here's the thing, I'm not a wealthy woman yet. That's not where I am. I don't have the big time job. I don't even have a business that's bustling yet. All of those things I believe are coming. All those things that I want out of what I just said are coming. But I am here doing it, and I felt like I created this or manifested this or dreamt about this and wrote about this and talked about this and really wanted this for so long. And that is why in that moment, last night, or I guess the wee hours of the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, sitting on a terrace in our apartment in Athens, Greece, writing down, you must remember how you feel in this moment. Because as you know, as an entrepreneur, or even if you're in a business with someone, there are going to be days when you don't feel blissful sitting on a balcony wherever you are, writing about how amazing your experience is. That is why it was so important for me to capture that moment and remind myself that you co-created this, is actually what I believe. This is my belief. Co-created this life with the universe by thinking about it, talking about it to the people who believe in you, who have faith in you, who put their energy into what you believe in and what you want to accomplish, writing about it in your journal, writing about it wherever you can, talking about it on the podcast. This kind of experience, this life now of being able to travel and being able to not even just travel, because you can work a full-time job and travel, right? I'm sure tons of you have traveled. But my thing was I was able to travel, and then yesterday, for example, we traveled early in the morning. Then we did a walking tour for 3 hours all around Greece, which was fantastic. I highly recommend that, whatever city you're going to. Do a walking tour first. You get to see all the sites and then decide where you want to go back to. But 3-hour walking tour, then we had an amazing lunch, had an amazing dessert, came back to the apartment, and I passed out. But I was able to do that because I changed my day around. So I didn't have podcast interviews. I didn't have calls. I just adjusted things as I needed to so I could have that as a travel day. And it turned out I really needed that time. Now, if I wanted to work, I could do some work. There's always something to do. Working on writing, working on a book, working on the podcast, of course, at all times. Emails never stop. There's always emails. But you know what? I have created a space, a life where I don't have to do those things. I make sure that things are in place, of course, beforehand. Like I said, I had to move some things around. But again, I really had to capture that moment of, wow, you were able to shape your day, create space so that you can enjoy this travel day and this first day in Greece without worrying about answering to anybody or having to do anything else. And I'm not downing anyone who has a job, who has a boss. You guys know I don't believe in job shaming. Do your thing, work it out so that you can do, if this is something you want to do, you can do something like this too, or whatever it is that you want to do. My main thing is when you feel like you're in the moment, when you've gotten it right, even though things might not be perfect, because for me, the business isn't perfect, life certainly isn't perfect, nothing is perfect, but capturing that moment where it felt like this is why I do this. This is what I have to remember. This is the life that I'm creating. Being able to tap into that moment and go back to that moment is so important. I have in the past been guilty of focusing on the negative, right? What I have to fix and how often things go wrong. And of course, because as entrepreneurs, we're problem solvers. So we look at the problem, we're figuring out how to solve it. But celebrating the moments, the days, the opportunities, whatever it is, when things are going well, when you feel like, okay, this is why I do it all. You have to capture those moments, remember those moments, and create the life you want around those moments. If those are things that you want to experience, how can you create a life that gives you more of those experiences, more of that joy, more of those opportunities, all of that great stuff? You can co-create that with the universe. Now, you know, I'm big on writing in a journal, which is what I was doing when I captured all of this. Writing in your journal or wherever you need to write it down. What kind of life do I want to create? What do I want to experience? And then, you know, we're all about support. Who or what are the things, the people that I need to connect with to do in order to make this a reality? I don't say necessarily make it happen, but how can you connect with people who can help make this a reality? Or what is there that you can do, or courses, or whatever it is to help you make this a reality? Think about it. I've been talking about remote year probably for a year now on the podcast even, and was thinking about it even before then. I actually heard about remote year in 2016, a very early episode of the podcast. I believe it was episode 17 or so. Teju Awoye mentioned remote year to me. I was like, what is that? I need to know. She told me about it. And it wasn't until now, 2 years later, if you're listening to this in real time, 2018, when I was able to participate, go on this trip, traveling to different countries each month, and everything that remote year is all about that she mentioned to me. I was blown away by that time, and it took me 2 years to create a life that would allow me to be able to do that. But I wrote about it, talked to people about it, put that energy out there, and now here I am speaking to you from Athens, Greece on a quote-unquote side trip, which to me is crazy that traveling to Greece is a side trip from your trip from Sofia, Bulgaria. But this is the reality. So again, travel might not be the thing for you. Right now it is the thing for me, but I'm sharing it with you because I know we all go through hard times and moments when, like I said, things aren't working, it's not right, it's never perfect. But capture the moments when you feel like this is why I do the things I do. This is why this business is important to me. It might not even be about something you're doing. It might be a message that you get from someone who says that you really inspired them, or it might be an event that you do that goes really well, or you hear from someone and they say what they got from it. Whatever it is, I'm trying to make you remember to capture the moment when it feels right, when the joy is there, to remind yourself, this is why I am creating this life. All right, hopefully that makes sense. Next time I talk to you, we'll probably be back in Sofia, Bulgaria. But wherever you are, I want you to remember, support is sexy, and having it all doesn't mean doing it all alone. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.